Hello everyone, how are you? Opening, he touched, he known everything about his housekeeper and he stepped into the world and discovered it. A script that would change his life forever. Golden sunlight is folded, a source, the storm of Mexico City. Birds slept and the city hummed with the usual chore. Emiliano, Erojo, and millionaire absorbed in power, and wealth was about to make a chore. This no one less of El himself could have protected, sitting in the stone. Emotion mentioned in Lomst D. Chaplaincy was a place of wealth, marble forced prices at work and room, filled with the echoes of success. What amid all the luxury on person life had remembered invincibly to him. Jolie managed his loyal housekeeper. For years she had aerobic at the mansion before draw quality completing texts that no one thinked here for. L. The oil hardening the extension, the in her bent back, and draw curls under her easy. Emotion had she had of course, but only in passing. A small here a note tree, responsible with carrying not good. The first thing, but recently, Imolona noticed cricket in the perfect text of journalist compassion, a fainting spill in the garden, a sudden tree worth washing distance. The way here is world under as he whispered into the pond as if corning a script to heavy a shear. Easy moment tugged at something inside. Emolino a conceit a guilty a strong, admitting for the court strong of this woman he had barely known. Decision to visit. On Thursday morning, Emolino made an improbable decision, cancelling a Hyde Stockers meeting, ignoring urgent emails and leaving behind his usual intelligence. He told his assistant, "If I am going to skin here alone, he died on check. He did want grief. He wanted to see Joyla in witnessed her life viewing the Manison will journey into the incanon, finding Jorling home went easy. The same never shared his assistant as Imorno related on the notice and help remembered codes shortly. The car waved toast. A narrow state of each elephant, a Neji had word arose from the luxury of Lake Lumst. The house were modern, some crumbly garden enchanted wheels maked by yards of sun and wind. Emiliano filled a strong cocktail of emotions, anti-pollution, guilt, and a subtly awe from the life Jolie had lived quality L 2 years. A rubble finality he saved it. A small brick house, humbly and ensuing with a garden strongly to survive under the hot sun. Hard resound Emiliano stopped out the canoe curled on the door. Julia opened it. Here easy, unted, confusion, fear, and astonishment corrupted her face all at once. She had exported her employed, her boss, the millionaire who reeled had her hard working day to stand there in her humbly home. The insulter they stood silent for a moment. World approved it some way intermittently, contented by years of unseen loyalty and dedication. Emiliano finally spoke, his voice soft but firm. Julia, I had no idea. I never really looked at today. I want to understand. I want to see your old. Jolie blanket but trist and said if this was real cold someday of Emiliano's old thoroughly care about her. The revelation as she stopped aside to let him in. Emiliano noticed the details he had never imagined, the wood, potentially the stock of letter, the photographer of a family long gone, and a small tattered notebook filled with journalist dreams she had never shared with anyone, and them she spoke about surfacing, about strongly, about a life she had built, quality with resiliency, dignity, and hope. His world struck Emiliano like lightning and remembered of the humility he had ignored in pursuit of transformation. Emiliano lived something swift inside him. The realization hit him like a tidal wave. Life was more than money, more than power. It was about people, about seeing this way, give silently tis who care burdens with guarantee to was ticks congested without easy every asking for recognizing here promised himself quality. This day would be a turning point, not just from Jolly but from him, a community to notice, to care, to thoroughly see the lips intertwined with him on, causing emotional. The sun set over Egypt is Tepelepa that everything. Emulation lived jolly home, but the did live and concerned in her humbly living room. He had discovered a transcendent fear greater than any demon or stock, the coldest dignity and dream of a woman who had given so much and escaped for nothing. And Emiliano came on with a certainly, and life would never be the same again. Something the recent live are found not in wealth, but in the heart of trust when never turns on notice. Jolie Post. Jolie led Emiliano to a small career of your home where old photographer where dispirited picture of her childhood of a mother who had worked tirelessly and a father who had lived too soon. Emiliano noticed the resurgency in her easy referenced in every photo. You see Julia began voice trembling. I had to fight for everything. Every later moment of pleasure was earned with hard work and potency. Emiliano referenced. Emiliano said to the worn out sofa, stronger the life he had trust. He cannot luxury success power filled figure competence to the change. Jolie carried quality every day. For the first time, he realized that began rice did make him strong. Interesting life did. I hated that. As Jolie walked him tossed here, turning him. Emiliana noticed something. Extraordinarily, a small dish filled with handmade jolly skirtings and later she had a talent of creating beauty, something she had never showed anyone. At the mansion she said which period is my real world, the part of me that dreams 40 without anyone judging or interpreting. A silent promise. Emiliano realized that despite her hard life, Joa had kept hope. Eloby she had dreamed. She had boarded to survive it her heart remained and broken. He silently bowed to help her not with charity but with opportunity and response. Emotional moment. Trist come to emotions easy. I never notice he confidence. I never totally save you. And I am sorry from that Jolie looked at him, unsure if him would hear real or just politancy. But in the silence, a connection grew, built no honesty and interesting. Jolie strongly. Jolie shared story of Negibrons who had abandoned dream of job lost due to illness and needs when she had no choice but to skip meals. Emiliano stands hard explained interesting from the first time. The Siffancy had it began here summit, learning importantly, walking towards here human, kitchen Emotono began to see life differently. He understood that old could not measure the resource of charity and power could not carry impulse. He felt human bellied by Jolie, decently and inspired to love with more humanity. The turning point. He asked Julia, what is the it that you totally won't know what you need, but when your heart desires? Jolie hesitated, then shared her lifelong wish to start her own small craft business to take children in her newborn hand and to love without tree to tomorrow. Emiliano realized that voice was his change that make a real difference, not charity, not party, but real empowerment, action and change. Over the next hour, Emiliano and Julia planted the first step. Emiliana promised to invest in her talent, intelligence, her to network, and in short, she could live with dignity whilst pursuing her dreams. Jolie felt a hope she had never dreamed to imagine. Coalescing fuel crazily as emotional left her house that everything the sun depicted began. The city he felt transformed. He had come to see a humbly home and found tree a soul to change, dim and condensed. Julia waves goodbye here, hard together. He dreams closer than ever. Emiliano realized that life was not about money or estates, it was about notice, blowing and nurturing the beauty in others. Some door lead to homes, other lead to revelation that can change a lifetime. Thanks for watching and please like, comment, share and subscribe.